this Notre Dame team and the one you played a couple of years ago, what do you see in there that's similar, but also Ian Book providing some new challenges for you guys? How do you prepare for him?
Ian Book, he's a great quarterback. Really shows up on film that he loves to extend his plays. He can run the ball really well. It reminds me a lot of Johnny Manziel, and we're going to have to watch out for him and be able to contain him.
What's the biggest problem trying to stop a guy like that?
Well, it's a runner, so you got everything covered, and then next thing you know, he squirts out and runs for 20 yards because everyone's back's turned. So we got to be able to contain him, prevent him from extending the plays and making big plays.
Do you spy him?
I don't know.
Would you? I mean, if you were the coach.
Personally, if I was playing Madden, I might spy.
What's the biggest difference you've noticed between Tyson Campbell last year and Tyson Campbell this year?
He's got his confidence back. This Tyson year Campbell, I told him just work on being your confidence back. Next play mentality. Don't worry about what happens before. And so what you saw out there on Saturday was a guy that had his full confidence back.
How is your development? And how would you describe the player you were when you got here, and kind of what you had to go through sitting out a year to where you are now as kind of a leader, really, of this program, and kind of taking sort of ownership of that on defense, especially?
One thing I learned when I first got here is you got to be physical to play here in this Georgia defense, and you got to be smart. So one of the things I did, over the years is I became more knowledgeable about the game. Not only my assignment, but other people's assignments. I became more knowledgeable about what my opponent's doing too. And so that's been the biggest thing, the biggest jump I've made.
Do you pay much attention? Obviously, I think you're getting a little attention on the national stage, and people kind of looking at you as maybe one of the top players in the country, a guy who could, maybe be an All-American at the end of the year. Do you pay much attention to that, or does it must be a good feeling to think like at least people sort of putting me in that category?
Yeah, it's always a good feeling, but I don't pay attention to anything like that, man. 3 years ago, I was a zero, so I don't really pay attention to anything like that.
What kind of problems does their offense cause for your defense?
The quarterback, he keeps plays alive. He can extend plays. That's one of the things that we got to watch out for. He runs for touchdowns. I saw him against the Louisville game. He did a great job against those guys.
And how about their receivers?
Big receivers, really big receivers. They almost look like tight ends, but they're receivers, and they got big structure and they're fast.
Jerry, you were practicing against Jake before he got his first start, after he got his first start, but how much has he changed since you guys went to Notre Dame, a couple years ago and until now?
He's became a lot smarter. That's kind of hard to say because he's already really smart. He became a lot smarter, and he's more confident in his checks and his plays that he wants to call. And he has a lot more confidence in himself.
What's your message to the younger teammates to handle all the hype and anticipation?
Well, just don't believe the hype, and this is just another game. Nameless and faceless opponents. We just got to go out there and do our job.
JR, so with Mark Webb, what were you able to see that he kind of cemented his place in the back? What did you see him kind of come alive on the defensive side?
Well, when Mark first came over, he was very physical. And so that was one of the things I noticed from him, and I knew that he could play the star position if he continued to be physical, and he's really good in man coverage. So that's one of the things I always watch from Mark.
Jeremy, it's alternate history you don't want to go through, but if Davin doesn't make that sack, if they go down, Notre Dame does 2 years ago, wins the game, and Terry doesn't make that catch, you almost get out of there with a win, but it's a close game. Does your season end up any differently, I think, or did that winning that game propel you guys?
Well, I think that was a key win for us, that year. We had to win that game, and that loss was a key loss for them. And I think that win pushed us to the playoffs.
What was the thing that sticks in your mind the most? A memory that sticks in your mind the most from that game?
Just the fans. The way the fans traveled to that game. When I walked out there, I was really expecting to see a lot of Notre Dame fans, but I saw a sea of red, and that was one of the most of the things that stuck out to me.
In addition to the fans traveling, what was that whole atmosphere like for you? You were 2 years younger, and was it difficult not to be overwhelmed?
No, I just always preach to myself, I'm built for this. This is something, you dreamed about as a kid. You're built for this, you're ready for this, so don't worry about all the hype and don't worry about the outside noise.
Also, people forget that Notre Dame was coming off 4-8. But did you guys come out of that saying that's a good team we beat, and it validated you a little bit?
You know, they're a good team now. That was a good team we beat back then. You know, they went on and they were in the talk for the playoffs for a long time. So definitely, it was a good team that we beat.
What do you want to see from the fans